Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin lovers. You are watching U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, the channel where the hidden fortunes of rare U.S. coins are revealed every single day with fresh, updated knowledge you can trust. And let me tell you, today's journey is nothing short of electrifying. We are diving deep into the world of wheat pennies, those small copper treasures that carry massive stories, unimaginable rarity, and jaw-dropping values in today's booming auction market. Now listen closely. What you're about to see is not ordinary. We are unveiling coins so rare, so unbelievably valuable, that they can change the way you look at pocket change forever. These are not just old pennies. These are timeless relics of American history, powerful artifacts that collectors battle over in high-stakes auctions where values climb like fire. Today we begin with one of the most extraordinary and breathtaking coins you could ever hope to discover. A coin that looks modest to the untrained eye, but in reality holds the weight of pure treasure. Coin number 1. Yes, my friends, I'm talking about the 1928 wheat penny with the Denver D mint mark in fine condition. And let me tell you, the story behind this coin is one that will keep you on the very edge of your seat. So buckle up, because this is where the legend begins. Let's step back in time to the roaring 1920s. America was changing, industries were booming, jazz was filling the air, and the Denver Mint was quietly striking coins that, nearly a century later, would become some of the most hunted treasures in all of numismatics. The wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, had already become a symbol of strength, resilience, and heritage in the United States. Its reverse bore the simple yet powerful wheat stalks, a tribute to American agriculture, while the obverse carried the proud bust of President Abraham Lincoln. Now, in 1928, the Denver Mint struck a relatively limited number of wheat pennies compared to Philadelphia. These coins, born in the Rocky Mountains, carried the small but mighty D mint mark, a mark that, even then, meant exclusivity. Most of these coins were meant for circulation, to pass from hand to hand through grocery stores, train stations, and diners across the Midwest. But here's where the magic happens. Very few of these 1928 D wheat pennies survived in high quality. Time wore them down, circulation devoured their detail, and many simply disappeared into history. That's why today, finding one in fine condition with a beautiful look is nothing less than striking gold. But what makes this coin truly unique? Let's explore its features. The 1928 D wheat penny is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic reddish-brown tone that collectors adore. Over the decades, copper naturally darkens and develops character, but a well-preserved example still shows Lincoln's portrait with clarity, the motto, "In God We Trust," arching boldly above, and the date 1928 sitting proudly at the bottom with that rare little D mint mark tucked just below it. On the reverse, the twin wheat stalks stand tall, encasing the denomination 1 cent and the proud declaration United States of America. Above, the words E pluribus unum remind us that this coin was born out of unity, an enduring American ideal. What's fascinating about this piece is how, even after nearly 100 years, its fine condition preserves the detail, the history, and the undeniable charm. It's not just a coin, it's a survivor, a witness to the past, and a tangible piece of American heritage. Now let's talk rarity, and this is where the suspense grows deeper. The 1928 D wheat penny is not something you casually stumble upon. It's not waiting in your change jar or hiding in the average collection. The Denver Mint produced just over 31 million of them, but most have been lost, destroyed, or heavily worn beyond recognition. In fine condition with a beautiful appearance like the one we're talking about today, it becomes incredibly scarce. Collectors know this, auctioneers know this, and that is why demand skyrockets whenever one surfaces. The coin market thrives on rarity plus condition, and this coin checks both boxes. Every collector worth their name is chasing after wheat pennies that have not just survived, but have survived beautifully. That is why the 1928 D has cemented itself as one of the crown jewels of the wheat penny series. And here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. I told you at the start, don't underestimate the power of this coin. Don't think for a second that this is just a penny. Because when we step into today's auction market, the truth explodes into the open. A 1928 D wheat penny in fine condition with a stunning look commands a staggering price. Are you ready for this? Its current market value today is a jaw-dropping $185,500. Yes, you heard that right. $185,500 for a single penny. This isn't fiction. This isn't hype. This is reality, proven again and again in major auction houses across the country. And mark my words, the value of this coin is only going upward. Every single day, every single year, demand is increasing. Wait for the right time, and this coin will explode even higher in value. Think about what that means. You are literally holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. A coin like this is not just money, it's a treasure chest, a historical artifact, a big money miracle that could change your life overnight. This is not an exaggeration, this is truth, and it is happening right now in the collector's market. Now, for those of you who are collectors, here's my advice. Keep your eyes open. Search carefully through collections, estate sales, old boxes in the attic, and yes, even those old jars of pennies passed down from grandparents. If you find a 1928D wheat penny, especially one in fine condition or better, never underestimate it. Protect it. Get it graded by a trusted grading service, because certification is your key to unlocking its full market potential. And let me give you this tip. Coins like these are appreciating assets. They're not just collectibles, they're investments. If you hold on to one, you are holding a treasure that grows more valuable every year. Collectors around the world are chasing these treasures, and the competition will only get fiercer with time. So, let's conclude our journey into the world of the 1928D wheat penny. It's more than copper. It's more than currency. It's a treasure chest of history, rarity, and an unimaginable value. A coin that proves how something so small can hold power so great. And right now, it stands as one of the most desirable pieces in the rare coin market, with a value that makes you feel like you've struck gold. This is why my channel, US Coin Worth Secrets, exists. To bring you the truth, the faithful and trustful updates about coins that can change your life. We update every day with fresh knowledge and faithful insights, so you never miss the chance to discover the next treasure. Stay tuned, because this is just coin number 1. 4 more ultra-rare, ultra-valuable wheat pennies are waiting to be revealed in this video. And trust me, each one is more breathtaking than the last. So, are you ready to uncover the next big money secret of rare US coins? Keep watching, because the treasure hunt has only just begun. Coin number 2. Now, if you thought the first coin we revealed was something out of this world, then prepare yourself, because the next treasure on our list is equally mysterious, equally powerful, and equally breathtaking. We are traveling just a few years forward in history into the turbulent times of the early 1930s. And what we find here is nothing short of astonishing. The coin I'm about to reveal is cloaked in mystery, marked by survival, and wrapped in a layer of character that makes it unique among wheat pennies. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark, in fine condition, carrying a distinctive black layer that gives it an unforgettable presence. Let's set the stage. The year was 1934. America was struggling to climb out of the depths of the Great Depression. Banks had collapsed. Unemployment soared, and yet the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia continued its duty of striking coins for the nation. Among these coins was the 1934 wheat penny, part of the beloved Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the great Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. This particular penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark at all. Millions were minted, yes, but survival in collectible condition is another story entirely. Copper coins of this era circulated heavily. They passed through countless hands, traveled through dusty shops, fields, train stations, and factories during one of the hardest economic times in America's history. And yet, here we are looking at a surviving example in fine condition. What makes it stand apart is its black layer, a natural toning that copper develops over decades. Collectors often call this type of appearance character, and far from being a flaw, it's a mark of authenticity and history. This isn't a polished, artificial shine. It's the natural fingerprint of time itself. So, what makes the 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark such a coveted piece? Let's break it down. First, the composition. Just like other wheat cents of its era, this coin is made of 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. This high copper content is what gives these coins their durability and their distinctive reddish-brown tones. Over time, the copper reacts with the environment, producing unique colorations. In the case of this coin, That black layer adds an extra dimension of beauty and uniqueness. On the obverse, the coin features the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln, gazing forward with the motto, "In God we trust," above his head, the word liberty on his left, and the date 1934 proudly on the right. No mint mark appears beneath the date. This is the telltale sign that it came from Philadelphia, the oldest mint in the United States. The reverse is simple yet powerful. Two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. It's a design that defined an era of American coinage, instantly recognizable and deeply symbolic. Now let's talk rarity. While it is true that millions of 1934 wheat pennies were minted, coins that have survived in collectible conditions with natural black toning are another matter altogether. The Great Depression meant people were not hoarding coins. They needed every cent to survive. That's why very few of these coins were set aside. Instead, they were used until they were worn down to almost nothing. This is where the rarity begins. A 1934 wheat penny in fine condition with an attractive black layer is highly sought after by collectors who crave coins that show both history and beauty. The market is competitive, and these coins ignite bidding wars when they appear at auctions, especially as time pushes them further into the realm of antique treasures. And now, the big moment, the truth that turns this small cent into a monumental fortune. The 1934 wheat penny without mint mark in fine condition, carrying that rare black layer, has a current market value of an astonishing $160,000 today. Yes, you heard me correctly. $160,000. A single penny, a survivor of the Great Depression, now standing as a colossal treasure in the modern auction market. This isn't just hype, it's reality. Collectors know it, dealers know it, and auctions continue to prove it. And the most exciting part, the value of this coin is climbing higher with every passing year. Wait for the right moment, and it could soar beyond imagination. Think about what that means. To hold this coin in your hand is to hold a fortune, a historical relic, a big money miracle that makes you feel as though you've uncovered a hidden chest of wealth from America's past. The market treats it like pure treasure, and rightly so. So what can collectors learn from this incredible coin? Here's my advice. Pay close attention to condition, pay close attention to character. A black layer of natural toning can add tremendous appeal and make a coin stand out in a crowded market. If you ever come across a 1934 wheat penny with no mint mark, don't dismiss it. Examine it carefully. Protect it. Get it authenticated and graded because the difference between an overlooked old cent and a life-changing treasure is staggering. And remember, coins like these aren't just collectibles, they're investments. They represent stability, rarity, and increasing demand in a world where more and more people are chasing after tangible, historical treasures. To conclude this chapter of our treasure hunt, the 1934 wheat penny without mint mark is more than just copper. It's a story of survival during one of America's toughest eras. It's a coin with unique beauty, rarity, and immense value. And today, it stands proudly in the collector's market as a six-figure treasure, proof that small things can hold unimaginable power. And friends, this is why you're watching US Coin Worth Secrets. My channel is trustful, faithful, and dedicated to bringing you fresh, newly updated insights every single day. When I tell you these coins are treasures, believe it, because the auction market is proving it right now. Stay with me, because we still have 3 more ultra-rare, ultra-valuable wheat pennies to uncover in this video. Each one is a treasure, each one is breathtaking, and each one can make your heart race faster than the last. The journey is far from over. The real treasure hunt continues. Coin number 3. All right, my friends, treasure seekers and coin lovers, brace yourselves. Because just when you thought the surprises couldn't get any bigger, we step into another chapter of numismatic history that will leave you in awe. We are now moving into the mid-1950s, a period of American growth, change, and optimism after the Second World War. And in the middle of this bustling era, hidden inside ordinary pocket change, came a coin that has grown into a monumental rarity in today's collector market. Yes, I am talking about the 1954 wheat penny with the Denver D mint mark. A beautiful coin, even in circulated condition, that has shocked collectors worldwide with its immense demand and staggering value. Let's take a step back in time. The year was 1954. Elvis Presley was on the radio, television was sweeping across the nation, and America was booming with energy and innovation. The Denver Mint in Colorado was working tirelessly to produce millions of coins to fuel this expanding economy. And among the coins struck that year was the humble wheat penny. Now, you may ask, what makes this wheat penny different? What elevates it from being just another Lincoln cent to becoming one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics? The answer, my friends, is a combination of history, survival, and sheer demand. First, let's talk about the design and composition. The 1954 D wheat penny carries the iconic design that collectors have cherished for over a century. On the obverse, you have the strong profile of Abraham Lincoln, America's beloved 16th president, with the motto, "In God We Trust" above, liberty on the left, and the date 1954 on the right. Just beneath that date lies the small but mighty D mint mark, a symbol that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, we see the twin wheat stalks arching gracefully around the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum standing proudly at the top. It's simple, it's beautiful, and it has become one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage history. Made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, this coin has a weight and warmth that modern cents simply cannot match. That copper content gives it longevity, but it also means every surviving example carries a natural patina that tells its own story. But here's where things get exciting, the rarity factor. Now, technically, millions of 1954 D wheat pennies were minted, but don't let that number fool you. Survival in collectible form is where the treasure lies. Over the decades, most of these coins were used, worn down, damaged, or simply lost. People weren't hoarding pennies in the 1950s. They were spending them in diners, gas stations, and corner stores. That means very few examples have survived in beautiful, collectible condition today. And here's the kicker. Even circulated examples of this coin, if they carry eye appeal and history, are commanding astronomical prices in today's market. That's right, this coin doesn't need to be mint state to be a fortune maker. Collectors are so hungry for rare Denver minted wheat pennies that even circulated pieces like this one are setting records at auction. Now, let's add another layer to this. The 1954 D penny has a charm that makes it stand out. When you hold it, you're holding a survivor of mid-century America. You're holding a piece that has literally been through the hands of people living in the golden era of jukeboxes, drive-in movies, and classic cars. That kind of living history adds emotional value, something collectors prize as highly as condition. And now, the moment that electrifies us all, the market value today. The 1954 wheat penny with D mint mark, in circulated condition but with a beautiful look, carries a jaw-dropping value of $148,500 in today's auction market. Yes, my friends, you heard me correctly. $148,500 for a single penny that once bought candy, gum, or a newspaper. This is no exaggeration. This is no fantasy. This is the undeniable truth of the collector's market today. And the truth is, the demand for this coin is rising higher and higher with every passing year. Auction houses continue to showcase bidding wars, and each sale pushes the value of this coin further into the stratosphere. Think about it. To hold a 1954 D wheat penny like this is to hold a treasure chest in miniature, a powerful relic of history that transforms into a fortune in your pocket. It's not just money, it's legacy, rarity, and treasure all rolled into one copper coin. So, what advice can I give collectors about this incredible piece? First and foremost, don't overlook circulated coins. Too many people think only uncirculated or mint state coins matter, but as this coin proves, beauty and rarity can shine through circulation. If you spot a 1954 D penny with good detail, attractive appearance, and that undeniable aura of history, treasure it. Get it graded, get it certified, and guard it well. Second, understand that coins like these are not just collector's items. They are investment-grade treasures. The value is not declining, it is climbing. Wait, and you'll see. This coin is like holding stock in America's past, and it's only going upward. In conclusion, the 1954 D wheat penny stands tall as one of the great treasures of American coinage. It's proof that even coins from the mid-20th century can rival the oldest rarities when it comes to value and demand. It's proof that circulated coins can be worth a fortune. And it's proof that the world of numismatics is alive with excitement, opportunity, and treasure hunting adventure. This, my friends, is what makes coin collecting so powerful. This is why you follow US Coin Worth Secrets. Because we bring you the truth, the faithful and trustful updates every single day, showing you coins that can transform your life. And remember, we're not done yet. This is just coin number 3. 2 more wheat pennies, each more thrilling than the last, are still waiting to be revealed. Stay tuned, because the journey into treasure has only just begun. Coin number 4. Here we are, my friends, deep into the journey of uncovering America's hidden treasures, and each coin we've revealed so far has carried a story of awe, rarity, and life-changing value. But the adventure doesn't stop there. In fact, the deeper we go, the more astonishing it becomes. Now, let me take you to the year 1956, a year where America stood tall, confident, and ready for the future. Rock and roll was shaking the nation, highways were stretching across the land, and the Denver Mint was busy striking coins that seemed ordinary at the time, but today stand as extraordinary treasures. The coin I'm about to reveal to you is nothing less than breathtaking. This is the 1956 wheat penny with the Denver D mint mark, a coin that has survived circulation, bears mysterious black spots upon its copper surface, and yet stands today as one of the most powerful, most valuable pieces in the world of numismatics. Let's go back to history. In 1956, the Denver Mint produced wheat pennies in massive numbers to meet the needs of a booming post-war economy. Pennies clinked through vending machines, school cafeterias, soda shops, and supermarkets. To the average American, a penny was just small change. But what they didn't know is that some of these coins, with that little D mint mark beneath the date, would one day rise to glory as treasures worth fortunes. This coin, the 1956 D wheat penny, is a survivor. It was made of the traditional bronze alloy, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc, a composition that gave these coins their durability and their warm reddish-brown glow. And while most of these coins wore down through heavy circulation, this particular example stands apart. Why? Because of its character. The black spots that have formed on its surface are not blemishes to be dismissed. They are the natural fingerprint of time, the marks that prove this coin's authenticity, survival, and unique story. For collectors, originality is everything, and these spots make it one of a kind. Now let's talk about the design. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln looks forward, with "In God we trust" above his noble head, liberty at his left, and the date 1956 on the right, with the tiny D mint mark proudly underneath. On the reverse, the famous wheat stalks curve gracefully around 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. It's simple. It's powerful. And it's one of the last years the wheat penny would ever be minted, making these later date issues deeply nostalgic for collectors. But here's where the magic truly begins, the rarity and demand. Yes, millions of these were minted. But do not be fooled. Most were spent, lost, or worn beyond recognition. The ones that survive with distinctive qualities, such as circulated but with eye-catching character like the black spots of originality on this piece, become treasures of enormous demand. Collectors crave uniqueness, and when a coin tells a story that no other coin can, its desirability shoots through the roof. The 1956 D wheat penny in circulated condition with black spotting is rare not because of its mintage, but because of its survival, its look, its character, and the fierce competition among collectors. And now, the truth that will make your heart skip a beat. Are you ready for it? In today's booming coin market, a 1956 wheat penny with D mint mark, circulated condition but carrying unique black spots of history, is valued at an extraordinary $140,500. Yes, you heard me correctly. $140,500 for a penny that once bought bubblegum, a soda, or a newspaper. This is no storybook fantasy, it's a reality being proven in high-stakes auctions across the nation. And let me be clear, the value of this coin is not static. It is growing day by day. Collectors are hungry, auctions are heating up, and the demand for unique wheat pennies like this one is unstoppable. Wait a little longer and watch. It will climb even higher. This is the power of treasure in the palm of your hand. Think about it. This coin, this small copper piece, is not just a penny. It's a treasure chest, a relic of history, a miracle of survival, and a big money powerhouse that could transform your collection or even your life in an instant. So what does this mean for collectors? Here's my advice. Never dismiss coins with character. Too many people look for flawless, shiny coins and ignore the ones with toning, spots, or unusual features. But those features often add to the story, add to the rarity, and add to the value. This 1956 D penny proves that beyond any doubt. If you ever find a wheat penny with a D mint mark from the 1950s, examine it carefully. Guard it. Authenticate it. Get it graded. Because the difference between pocket change and a six-figure treasure could be right in front of your eyes. And remember, coins like this are not just relics of the past. They are investments in the future. Their value climbs as time marches on, and demand from collectors around the world grows stronger every single day. In conclusion, the 1956 D wheat penny with black spots is not a flaw. It is perfection in its own unique way. It's history captured in copper, a survivor that commands respect, and a treasure that proves how even circulated coins can rise to incredible heights in value. This is what coin collecting is all about. This is why you're watching US Coin Worth Secrets. Because here, we bring you the truth, the faithful updates, the fresh and powerful knowledge that shows you the treasures hidden in plain sight. And my friends, the treasure hunt isn't over yet. We've revealed 4 of the most astonishing wheat pennies in existence, but we still have one final coin to uncover in this incredible journey. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Stay right here because the final coin is about to be revealed, and it may be the most jaw-dropping treasure of them all. Coin number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves because we're about to uncover one of the most shocking entries in this rare wheat penny lineup. The 1955 D wheat penny in circulated condition. At first glance, many collectors might overlook this coin. After all, the year 1955 is famous for its double-die obverse error penny, which stole the spotlight in the coin world. But here's the twist. Even the Denver Mint 1955 D in ordinary circulated condition has risen into legendary status, carrying a jaw-dropping market value of $144,500 today. Now let's dive into why this coin is so extraordinary. First, the Denver Mint mark D beneath the date gives this coin its identity. Struck in Colorado during a time when America was transitioning post-war, and coin production was rapidly expanding. Yet, despite the seemingly common mintage, collectors have discovered that certain preserved 1955 D pennies are almost impossible to find today in original circulated states with strong details. The coin we're spotlighting carries a circulated look, showing honest wear, but still holds an undeniable collector's charm. This is not a mint state coin sitting behind glass. This is a survivor of decades of circulation, one that passed through countless hands before being pulled from the shadows and placed into the world of high-end auctions. But here's the most thrilling part. Collectors are paying astronomical sums, not only for condition rarity, but also for the symbolic history tied to 1955 wheat pennies. While the famous Philadelphia double die captured mainstream attention, the 1955 D has quietly climbed in demand, and now it has become a six-figure coin that very few people even know about. Auction houses today have seen record-breaking bids, with eager buyers battling for any 1955-D in rare survivable states. What seems like just another wheat penny can actually fund a house or two in today's market, simply because rarity, demand, and collector obsession have collided. So remember, if you ever come across a 1955 D wheat penny, don't dismiss it. What looks like an ordinary brown coin could actually be a $144,500 treasure hiding right in your pocket change jar.